Welcome back. If you follow my Instagram, this picture is familiar to you because it was a teaser to this video. Open beta starts this week. A lot of people have mentioned that they don't like PvP. So let's pose the question, what can you do to level without PvPing? But before we get into that, I want to make it very clear what the average person is meaning when they say that. And one of these days, I will get that button right. What they mean. They don't mean like, wow. And this is why you should always have 2 mounts in this game. At least 2 mounts. It comes in handy. So anyway, what they mean. They don't mean like League of Legends where you battle against people and try the team or the person with the best skill wins. That's not what they're talking about. They're talking about what I'm about to show you. Now, when the first incident happened, the doorbell rang. I got up to answer the door, and I had been looking for this type of PvP with air quotes action and couldn't find any. So I decided not to log out when the doorbell rang. Went to go get it, came back, and almost didn't catch any of it. But the one thing that holds true about these type of PvP players where it's not really PvP because you really can't win against something like this is that they're freaking predictable. If you look way back at that house back there, they're still there. I debated about doing a report and whether I should put shit in the report. That's why I kept going back and forth. And then I decided, screw it. This is beta. I don't care. I want my footage so I can record my video. And true to form, I didn't even have to stand here very long. And here they go. Here comes the other one. Now, completely unnecessary.
Target is facing
but
the
that's
wrong
what
direction.
happens. I would have had more respect if, the one guy, had just did it. But I knew that other one was going to come. Because that's what weak PvP players do. Yeah, I said it, weak. I said it, yeah. So how can you avoid PvP? Well, look at the map. These areas are contested zones, so you can get PvP action here. Allegedly, these zones every once in a while go into peaceful mode. I haven't been able to catch it, and I will be looking for it more in open beta, but I have not been able to catch it. They've always been in a contested state. But supposedly, they're supposed to go into peace, and then you'd have a little window of time to be able to go in and do some leveling and whatnot. Now, speaking of leveling, I'm still in the contested area, and this is the area for, that I was normally in, and you saw how much XP I got, about 3,500. Now we're going to kill mobs. This mob is actually a level higher than me, but still in the same area. I mean, it's still the same quest hub and everything. So you're going to see how much XP I get. Okay. Killing one mob, that's a level higher than me. Now keep in mind, if you stay in this area, you're not going to continue to get that XP. It's going to go down. Also note that those players who zerged me were of my faction. Now, another option is to do these coin purses that I said that I was going to ignore. It dawned on me, these probably give XP, but not all that much. Now, these coin purses come in levels. So the higher level the coin purse, then the more XP you get. The only problem is that to continue to get the higher levels, you have to go into the higher levels. And this is the cock block that you're going to be getting. To get the higher resources, to get the higher stuff, you need to go into the higher zones, which means you somehow have to deal with the contested zones. Now, you can also do this. Remember I did this quest? Remember this area? Well, it's still available to me. It's repeatable. So you can do that. Now, you could see I was going to get 1988 XP for completing it when it's done. And you'll see how much XP I get for killing a mob 2 levels under me. But again, how viable is this going to be when I'm level 40? You see what I'm saying? This is the highest level peaceful zone, unless you can get into one of the contested zone when it's in a peaceful state. Trees, if you're going to do gathering, from my experience, gave you more XP than plants. Like you'll see here, that gave 885. I would get between 500 and 800-ish, depending on the tree. Now you're about to see, yes, because this is iron. Iron is a very needed resource in this game, but it doesn't give as much XP as trees. Not to say that trees aren't needed. I don't know why it gives more. Finding resources is tedious. Maybe I'm missing something, but there isn't like in WoW where you can download that add-on that shows all the resources so you can just go in a path. We're not there yet. I don't even know if you can use add-ons in here, to be honest. After you go through the wandering around and the aimlessness to get these resources, then you can craft them or do something with them and actually get XP. Not all that much. So I thought, well, I have a couple of other things on me at the, from doing the gathering. Maybe different things give different XP. But I think it might go by level. So maybe, and look how much you have to gather just to do one thing. So this can get very tedious very quick. And I'm usually a gatherer in games because I usually don't have the patience to craft. For me, I was finding gathering tedious. That's saying a lot. Stone also gave 181. So again, I think you're going to bump into the issue. Now, iron is something that's needed across the board on a lot of things, like plate. And if you're only getting that much XP, if it doesn't scale up, then it's not a viable option. With this, don't do what I did. I pulled out my boat, didn't, put it away, forgot where I left it, went to log out. 10-minute timer. And you really have to wait 10 minutes. So, what do I suggest if you are one that doesn't like PvP in this and want to play this game? Because there's a lot going on in this game with the crafting and the housing. If you're in a guild, guilds can be very important in this game. Pick wisely. But what I suggest you do is look at this clip, okay? And then what I would do is just walk away. If you don't like seeing your toon like this, just walk away. When you come back, your toon will be sufficiently dead. You see what I'm saying? And then you don't have to see it. And then you can go on with what you were doing. Because you saw I was opening coin purses in a contested area. I was just standing there. Do. Nothing was happening. You may not encounter this very much. Or, depending on the zone you're in, you may encounter it a lot. Remember, this was closed beta. At launch, there's going to be more people in areas, so, your mileage may vary with that. But try to train yourself to just get used to the Zerg. And, continue on with what you're doing. But if it's really not your thing, this is not the game for you, because your 1 through 30 experience is not the same, that peaceful questing WoW type experience that your 30 to max level is. It's just not that game. So thank you for watching. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up button. It lets me know if you like the video or not. Thank you for sharing and liking the videos. It allows me to do what I love. and I would not be able to do it without you. Links are in the description below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Welcome back. If you follow my Instagram, this picture is